tui. Au whangaina se mātu tala. Tau to ia whai o tai loto wau mautuma mausali. E le tui mātu rei waene le whio mai. O le pamaku Samoa poto. Aere manatu ia sitau whai ate tala. Whapelua e ai mamalu ma le awhia. I se ngana whaingo fie. Your Excellencies, Honorable Prime Ministers, Ministers and Members of Parliament, leaders and heads of the Commonwealth, business community, government officials, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a tremendous honor and a personal pleasure to welcome you all to this special breakfast hosted by Federal Pacific Group right here in the heart of the Pacific in Samoa, a land we proudly call our home. As Samoans, we are deeply privileged to stand among leaders and representatives from across the Commonwealth countries. It's very rare that our beautiful shores are graced by such an assembly of minds, all gathered here for this prestigious and significant event. This morning, I stand before you not just as a representative of the Federal Pacific Group, but as someone who believes in the incredible potential of partnerships, the kind of partnerships that strengthen not just businesses, but communities and countries. Today's gathering is not just a meal, but certainly a platform for sharing stories, insights, and opportunities for growth. 30 years ago, our story began. Federal Pacific, like many others, was born out of a dream nurtured right here in Samoa. Since then, we have spread our wings across the Pacific into Asia, forging relationships that reflect the spirit of resilience and adaptability that is naturally ingrained in our Pacific people. As we reflect on our journey, we recognize the importance of opportunities provided by platforms such as this in order to progress further, and in particularly the PPP, or the Public-Private Sector Partnership. Our story, like many private sector businesses, is to build something credible, something solid, and that will last, and to expand our reach beyond our borders. As we do that, we fully appreciate the immense value of international collaboration, and in many ways, we believe it mirrors the very mission of the Commonwealth itself. As a proud private sector company, Federal Pacific stands firmly beside our government in its efforts to host CHOCOM. This breakfast is, but is more contribution to the larger vision of making this event a resounding success. We view this occasion as an opportunity not only to showcase what Samoa has to offer, but also to build new and meaningful connections that will last well beyond these few days. Our roots run deep in the Pacific, and today we celebrate the global platform that CHOCOM provides, where nations come together with a shared code of strengthening economic and cultural ties. In this spirit, Federal Pacific is excited to seize the opportunity to foster new partnerships that will benefit Samoa, the Pacific region, and of course the Commonwealth as a whole. In a minute, I will introduce two esteemed speakers who will provide us with valuable insights. First, you will hear from the Governor of the Central Bank of Samoa, and she is also the Commissioner of Insurance. Following that, we are honored to invite the Deputy Chairman of the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council. But before I do invite them, may I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you. Thank you all for coming this morning. A special thank you and whaftaitele lava to the government of Samoa and the people of Samoa for allowing us to be a partner in hosting this CHOCOM. Whaftaitele to Sean Lino and your team from the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council, and also special thanks to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade for helping making this possible. Thank you once again, and God bless you all. Whaftai.
Ya, ule ale tu e se whamtalanga o le anga I loa e whai se whamtalanga tu sai fo I malo o wala awina le mei tai au. Talofa, and warm greetings to our distinguished guests, members and delegates of the Commonwealth Business Forum, as well as the representatives of the Federal Pacific Group, our host this morning. It is my pleasure to speak at this special breakfast sponsored by a locally Samoan-based company that has truly made its mark not only here at home, but across the Pacific region. Federal Pacific Group has shown a commendable spirit of enterprise by expanding its operations beyond Samoa, now serving several Pacific Island nations and even Timor-Leste. The journey began over 30 years ago with a challenge posed by the government at the time, a barrier but an opportunity. FPG seized this challenge, stepped out of its comfort zone, and successfully explored new jurisdictions. Their expansion across the Pacific region is a testament to their resilience, strategic vision, and commitment to growth. The Central Bank of Samoa has been a strong supporter of FPG's move to expand its reach, and we are immensely proud of what they have achieved. Their commitment to excellence, demonstrated by their satisfactory record in claims settlement and reputable reinsurance arrangements, gives us confidence that FPG will continue to excel in markets beyond Samoa. From the government's perspective, it is also encouraging to see Samoan owned private sector businesses like FPG coming on board to support national initiatives. As the first Pacific small island development state to host the CHOCOM, a rare and significant occasion for Samoa and our people, having the backing of companies like FPG highlights the strength of the partnership between the private sector and the government. This collaboration helps to showcase Samoa's capabilities on the global stage and reflects the unity of purpose that drives our nation forward. So we look forward to FPG's ongoing success as they continue to grow and represent Samoan business prowess on the regional stage. Congratulations to the Federal Pacific Group, and thank you for being a shining example of what is possible for a small Samoan owned business when we embrace challenges and seize opportunities to be part of a regional and global economy. Baftaite Lava.
Thank you, Governor, for those remarks. It is now my pleasure to invite the Vice Chairman of the Commonwealth Enterprise Investment Council, Lord Swire, for his remarks. And applause from him.
He's absolutely right. Applause at the beginning, because there may be no reason to applause at the end of my few words. Ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, I first want to acknowledge the astonishing hospitality that we have been shown by the people of Samoa. It's been a wonderful meeting for us. Our meeting continues today with more roundtables and meetings. And we judge it to have been a great success, as I believe most of the participants have been. Now, the old saying that success has many masters, often is a failure, is true. And I think it's only right, although we are extremely grateful to the Prime Minister for hosting us here in Samoa, that we acknowledge the role played by her predecessor, who of course was the genius who secured Samoa as the destination for CHOGM at a CHOGM in Valletta in Malta. So I thank you, sir, for having the vision to bring us all here to this wonderful, wonderful place. I think it's a very clever move, incidentally, because I think a lot of people think Samoa's a long wave, has no relevance to what we do. And when we actually get here and we see the huge role that is to be played by companies here and in the wider Pacific, we can see the opportunities are plenty. And I very, very much hope that already, as well as putting Samoa more on the map than it was already, a lot of good business will come out of this. We are a private sector organization. We do not get involved in the politics of the Commonwealth. We leave that to others, and there'll be plenty of that, I'm sure, over the next few days. We are purely a membership organization interested in increasing trade within the Commonwealth family. Within the 56 nations of the Commonwealth, we know the figures, it's 21% cheaper for one Commonwealth company to do business with another one on account of history, shared language, legal system. And if you're a Commonwealth country, you're 20% more likely to trade with another Commonwealth country than outside. The only political thing I would just say, as it won't have escaped some of your notice, that there is a rival gathering of countries going on at the moment. The BRICS are meeting under the host. The host of that is Vladimir Putin. They're meeting at Kazan, about 45 minutes from Moscow. And I would say that when you look at the leaders who are attending that summit, and you look at the countries and the leaders who are attending this summit, without any sense of complacency, I would say we are at the right summit, and we are surrounded by the good guys in an increasingly dangerous world. So I congratulate you all on having made that fundamental moral decision. Sammy, reading your CV, where are you? There you are, very quickly. You have the great intelligence over me. I think you served as a member of Parliament for 3 years or so. I served, unfortunately, as a member of Parliament for nearly 19 years. So I'm sure I could have achieved what you achieved in 3 years. It took me 19 years to achieve it. And I'm still in Parliament. I'm in the House of Lords. But Lord Marland, our chairman, who some of you will know and will have seen around the place, is, I know, extremely pleased with how this has all gone. And we hope that in the next 2 years, because it's not only just hosting a CHOGM as the host country, Samoa then automatically assumes the chairmanship of the Commonwealth for the next 2 years. And that's important because there's no point just having a summit and then doing nothing. And we have pledged to work closely with Samoa over the next 2 years to help your country achieve what it wants to during its chairmanship. They will decide at the retreat 2 things of importance to the Commonwealth in the coming days. One is the next Secretary General of the Commonwealth, and we know some of the candidates. We don't know who they're going to select. That is important, the person who is going to steer the Commonwealth forward. And secondly, they will choose the location for the next CHOGM. I have a feeling, without giving away any secrets, that it will also be an island state, but perhaps not a rival island state in the geographical vicinity of Samoa. So those of you who are thinking of packing away your shirts and sandals, don't keep them ready to hand in case that is the case. If it is to be another developing or developed island state, I think that's hugely significant to what we're talking about at this CHOGM, about the problems faced by island states in terms of the environment, sustainability, access to finance, all those things we've been discussing here. And I'm delighted, therefore, that this breakfast is being hosted by a company which has got its tentacles increasingly spread across the region. I understand even has an office in London. And I wish your company every success, as I do for the remaining days of CHOGM, but a warm-hearted and genuine, heartfelt thanks to all the people who have made us all feel so, who've been so hospitable to us and made us all feel so at home. Perhaps some of us can, like Robert Louis Stevenson, relocate here. Thank you.
Thank you again, Lord Swire, for those kind remarks. I was very privileged yesterday to be sitting in a session that you were chairing, where our Honorable Minister of Finance was speaking about access to finance. And our speaker from the Republic of Fiji was proudly announcing that Mr. Rambuka, the Prime Minister, was bestowing a title in one of our villages down the road. That's for information, that's our own way of accessing to finance by giving gifts. So while they may be proud of getting the title, by the other way, we chiefs in Samoa is also a way of receiving some access to finance from those who being bestowed the titles. Anyway, thank you very much. I think after this, we no more formalities. We're gonna go on to the help yourself to the breakfast table. But just inside those bags, some information about Federal Pacific. And in there, I must mention that there are some nice products in there made in Samoa. You see, Federal Pacific was nurtured and planted in Samoa, and it grew around the region. So inside there, there's a product there called Cookie Samoa. So your own very made in Samoa. So make sure you try it when you go home and promote it. Again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being here, and I wish you all the best for the rest of the meeting. Thank you.